Hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel, or welcome if you've never been here before. I hope you like what you see. Have basically been asked pretty much every day since I started Instagram what my favourite activewear is and what my favourite brands are, what my favourite leggings are, running shoes, running bags, all this kind of stuff. And so I thought, although I've done a blog post on it, I thought I'd put it into a YouTube so that you can actually see how all of the products fit and why I like each of them in a little bit more depth. I'm going to try on some of my favorites and also show you my beautifully Marie Kondo drawers. I think it's really important when you've got a bit of an activewear obsession or a clothes obsession in general to make sure that your drawers are neatly ordered. And this sounds like a really boring piece of advice, but actually, if you've got loads of clothes and they're sort of like stuffed to the back of your drawers, or you know, you just can't really, you can't see them, and they always say out of sight, out of mind, and it's actually so true with your clothes. You kind of forget what you even own. I basically made the decision a few months ago, actually when I moved into this flat, to Marie Kondo absolutely everything, so that I could actually see what I own, get rid of the things that don't spark joy, and just be keeping things that I wear all the time. So whilst I'm not going to go through all of my clothes now, I do actually still wear each and every one of them. That's also really important in terms of sustainability. Of course, if you are buying new clothes all the time, or you can't tell what you even own anymore, then yeah, you might be inclined to be purchasing things every couple of weeks or something, being like, oh my god, I don't have a legging that's squat proof. And it's like, no, you do. It's just at the back of your drawer and you haven't seen it and it's covered in dust. That is the reason that I do this. It's not just a slightly obsessive cleaning habit, although it might be that as well. But I'm just going to show you the drawers and then get on with it. For all those of you who watched my flat moving in YouTube channel, you will see that some of this has changed a little bit. I've got a nice new rug and it's all beautiful. Anyway, back to the drawers. This is my leggings drawer. So we have here, god, I don't even know how many pairs of leggings. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 19 pairs of leggings. Potentially excessive, but like I said, I do actually wear them all and they all have a slightly different function. So this means that you can see all of your leggings. I've also put them in colour order just because I like that. Some of these have patterns on, they're not all plain black high-waisted leggings. Here we have my skirts and my tops and bodysuits. And here, slightly messier, these are really old drawers as well, so nothing works. Here we have all my sports bras. Low impact from the white to the black here, and then high impact from the white to the black there. And then trackies, somewhere in there. And jeans and workout shorts back there. And then up here, we have all of my training tops and my pants and my socks all the way back there. So those are my drawers. Now I'm just going to try on some of the leggings and show you what they look like. So this is in no particular order. I'm just making my way from the left hand side of the drawer to the right hand side of the drawer, and I don't know how many leggings I'm going to try on. But first up we have the Sweaty Betty Power leggings. I think these are the bum sculpting ones, and I think when most people go for multiple colours and versions of the Align pant for Lululemon, I tend to go for multiple versions of this legging because I feel like it's high performance. It is not as cottony as the Align pant. It's much more sort of sweat proof, I feel, and also they quite often have patterns, which means that A, they're squat proof, and B, they're very funky and lovely. So they're high-waisted, obviously. I have multiple pairs of these, but, well, I've got 2 at the moment. I do get sent some stuff by Sweaty Betty, so that's a bit of a disclaimer there. I feel like sustainability-wise, they're not the best brand to be going with. Of course, if you are just buying a pair and loving them and wearing them all the time, then that's better than buying new pairs all the time of anything, really. Okay. Next pair. So those Sweaty Betty leggings are perfect for running. They're super high-waisted and they don't fall down when running, which is an absolute godsend. As you know, it's not cool to be pulling up your trousers as you're running along. This is another pair of my favourite running leggings. These are by 2XU, which is 2XU. Their PR calls it 2XU, so I assume that they've got that right. They don't do the specific type, but they do a very similar style, so I'll try and link something a little bit similar below. Again, quite high-waisted, but these are slightly lower rise than the proper high-waisted sort of Align pant or flex fit style legging. They got a little bit of pattern on, and they're also slightly supportive. They've got a bit of compression in them, and you can get light compression to heavy compression with 2XU. Price point wise, they're expensive, but again, I think they're high performance leggings. They're significantly better than other running leggings from other brands that I've tried, and I wear these for every single race that I do, and that goes to show how good they are. This next pair I wear more for everyday going out. I just love living in my activewear, and this pair is one of my favorites for that. I also did a shoot in them recently. This is from the brand called Girlfriend Collective, which is a sustainable sportswear brand, and their products are made quite often from, I think it's recycled fishing nets and basically plastic from the sea, which I absolutely love. The whole team there is also lovely, and they have a proper focus on sustainability. Would be always really happy to both recommend them and support them, and their products are great and they fit nicely, and I've got a lot of their bodysuits as well, which I can thoroughly recommend getting. So these ones are much higher waisted. These are dark blue. They are slightly less compression-y than the other ones, so they're a little bit looser, and they are 7/8 legs, even on my short legs, so yeah, they're nice. They might be a little bit like Capri if you are taller than maybe 5'8", but on me they are 7/8, which is very nice. The leggings that I'm wearing now were a late contender. I only got sent them last week by Under Armour. Under Armour, I think, have some really good high performance leggings, and some of my favourite running leggings are from there. These ones are not necessarily running leggings, but they are one of the most sweat-proof leggings that I've worn, and I sweat a lot, especially when I do cardio. Here they are. They're high-waisted to the max, very nice. Only problems, two problems. First one is that they are super duper long, so if you, well, actually they're kind of fine. I've like rolled them up, so they do work okay, but if you're quite short, their leggings I think will be very long and slightly baggy at the ends. The second problem is that I wear an extra small, and usually I do wear an extra small, but I have decent sized quads and kind of a decent sized bum, and these leggings are still sometimes a little bit too baggy, and I feel like Under Armour, their sizes are slightly off. So basically what I'm trying to say is size down. If you're kind of in between sizes, I would size down. Unfortunately, they don't do any smaller than an extra small. I'd say an extra small is size sort of 8 to 10, which is what I would probably call a small in most ranges. So that's a little bit of advice. Price wise, I think they're very reasonable. They're high performance leggings, and they look really good, and they're quite cool colour. So yeah, love them. The next pair of leggings are one of my favourites that I wear for just everyday sort of athleisure. I know that you will have all heard of them. They're from FlexFit, which is a brand that popped up maybe like 2 years ago or something and grew out of the blue because they basically copied the Align pant from Lululemon, but at about maybe even less than half the price. That money comes from the fact that the fabric is not quite as fine as the Align pant, so they don't feel like a second skin. They're much thicker, but having said that, they fit like a glove. They are beautiful, they're very comfortable, and the slightly thicker fabric actually suits me. I don't really like the very thin ones, so here they are. Super high-waisted again. They do show up a lot of sweat, but that's probably because I'm wearing the grey ones. I wear them kind of for everyday activities. They are squat-proof, good for slightly cooler weather, a little bit too warm for summer, I think. They're a good length for kind of medium height people. They come up just above my ankles, which is saying something for someone who's quite short. Just generally really like them, and I think if you're looking for a legging at a slightly lower price point, I think these come in at about £35, sort of Gymshark prices, I think. I don't buy from Gymshark, but I think that's about right. Another underdog at a reasonable price point is Fabletics. Now, I actually fundamentally disagree with the Fabletics ethos of sign up for a subscription and then buy new clothes every 2 weeks, because it does mean that you're kind of replacing your wardrobe every 2 weeks because your clothes, they're only in style for 2 weeks or whatever it is. So I disagree with that. Having said that, I've had these leggings for 2 years now and they fit perfectly. They are super comfy, they're quite thick, they're very warm, and I really like them. So I think maybe don't sign up for the subscription thing. Even though it gives you money off, it does mean that you have to buy leggings really frequently, and in all honesty, I think that's a really horrible idea. I think leggings should be ones, you should invest in leggings that work for you long term, and then just try and wear them as much as possible, and that is what I try to do. Even though I do get sent quite a lot of leggings, I try to pass them on to the people that will actually use them rather than me, because I do have like 20 pairs of leggings. High-waisted again. They've got a small pocket here, probably not big enough to fit anything other than like your keys or your gym pass in or something, but they are very, very comfortable, very, very soft. I would wear these sort of as everyday wear, probably not so much in the gym, but unless I was just doing a weight session without much cardio, because they are quite thick, quite warm, but they're super flattering and they're a really nice colour, and they come in all sorts of different colours, so you can probably find something for you in there. I can't find what size I wear, but it's probably an extra small or a size 8. Whichever one they do. Price point again, yeah, pretty low. So if you're looking for cheaper leggings that will last, these are good ones to go for. Slightly less well-known brand now. These are from Pocket Sport, which is a brand I think owned by Louise Thompson, she of Made in Chelsea. Again, I got sent these ones, but that has not changed the way that I think about them. I think they are, when I first got them, I was like, yeah, kind of average. The fabric's quite very sporty, so it's one of those very like sporty kind of high performance activewear, but doesn't necessarily perform like that. Having said that, they fit really well, they don't fall down, and I love them for running in, and I'm very, very picky about my running leggings. So here they are, and they have a cool stripe, which I like. So they're not just plain black, and they've got this, oh, I don't know if you can see, but they've got this like rubber band around here, which I thought I wouldn't like. It doesn't dig in at all, and basically if you struggle with leggings falling down when you run or when you work out, it really keeps them up. They fit nicely around a smaller waist as well. They're very, very stretchy, but the rubber band bit keeps them all up. So yeah, would thoroughly recommend these ones if you're looking. Again, I think they're not too expensive, so really good if you're looking kind of for a gym legging that also works as a running legging and basically everything else. Last but not least, I think this is my 10th pair of favourite leggings. We have another pair from Under Armour. These were from the winter collection. They don't do them anymore, but again, I'll try and find something similar below. If not, wait until winter, because I'll bring out another pair. They are thicker than your usual running leggings, and they have a soft, warmer inside, so I basically lived in these all throughout this winter when I was training for the marathon, and they were an absolute godsend when it was really cold outside. They're slightly lower rise than other leggings. If you pull them up too much, you do get a camel toe, so you've got to avoid that. They're also just very cool. Yeah, they're cool, they're nice. They have a slightly different vibe to a lot of my other leggings, and they are less stretchy, so I don't think they'd be good if you have got like an awkward body shape. I'm not sure they'd fit very well, but yeah, try them on because they are so perfect for running. I would not go to the gym in them because the lower rise means that if you're squatting, they might be showing a little bit of ass crack. Yeah, have avoided these ones in the gym. Not to mention they're bloody boiling if it is hot outside. So that's it with the leggings. I'm going to quickly rush through my other favourite activewear, including shoes and sports bras for bigger boobs. Now you may be thinking, she doesn't have bigger boobs, she's got tiny boobs, but back in the day I did have bigger boobs. I had size 32 double D, which is not huge, but for running you definitely need to be focusing on having a high support bra, and I still go by those rules now, even though my boobies have shrunk. So I'm going to show you some of my favourite high support ones, and hopefully you will find something in those collections as well that works for you. First off, we've got a bra from Lululemon that I've had for so long that I can't even remember what it was called or how much it cost. Having said that, it is obviously Lululemon, so chances are it's one of the higher price point ones that I'm going to be showing today. But Lululemon does have a lifetime guarantee on a lot of their products, if not all of them, which means that if they do end up breaking or getting holes in them, you can just take them back and replace them. Obviously I wouldn't recommend this. I would say, you know, if you can get the most wear out of them, do, but that's just to say if you are spending more money on them, it is for a good reason. They are good quality and they do have a lifetime guarantee. So this one's got like 2 different sections, so it's kind of, it's all part of one bra, but it's got like a higher neck, slightly higher neck thing here that just holds your boobies in place. And cross back there. Really, really high support, one of my favourite running bras, and yeah, great for the gym as well, and doesn't dig in anywhere. It does have a clasp at the back, which means that if you're doing ab work or on the floor or digging your back into anything, it might hurt. The next bra is a slight newcomer. I got this one to do the marathon in when I was working with Asics. There you go, you can see, or Asics if you pronounce it like that. I don't know how to pronounce it, so please excuse me. It's a really good high support bra. Again, it's got a clasp at the back, so again, maybe not so much for running for ab workout in the gym, but for running it's really good, and it's got a high neck, which means that your boobies aren't popping out the top. Super supportive. It's got cups in as well, but I've put this in the wash a lot of times and they haven't got folded up. That is like one of my worst bugbears when it comes to sports bras. Having cups in is an absolute nightmare, so I just try to get good compression ones rather than ones that are like molded too much. But yeah, these have like cups around here, but they don't move around in the wash, so thoroughly recommend this one. I don't think it's very expensive for a good sports bra and will last you a long time. This one here is not a running bra. This is a CrossFit bra from Reebok. I got this almost 2 years ago to the day actually at BFit Festival 2 years ago in May, and I absolutely love it. Again, it's got like, it's quite low cut here, but it's got this high cut bit, which means that when you're doing mountain climbers, your boobs don't fall out. It has no clasp at the back. It's got a really nice back. So I wear this one for boxing a lot. I wear it for gym workouts. I wear it for basically anything. I don't wear it for running, but I wear it for pretty much anything else, and I think it looks really cool as well. This one is from Sweaty Betty, so it's really, really beautiful and such a nice colour, really, really bright. And miraculously, Sweaty Betty actually does do some quite good bras for bigger boob people. I say miraculously because all of their models, I swear, are like size 6 and they don't do a huge amount on diversity, but I promise you their products are quite good for bigger boob people, and I would thoroughly recommend checking them out. Price point wise, a little bit higher than some of the previous options, but again, I think worth it, and they fit nicely. And it doesn't rub here, even though it goes up quite high, it doesn't tend to rub, but again, I would just try a bunch of options and find out whichever one's comfiest for you. Last but definitely not least is this bra from Under Armour. I think it's probably my favourite of the flattering higher support bras, and it's a little bit more moulded than other ones, so it has no pads, it has no removable pads on the inside. It's more moulded around here. It's got a cross back. Yeah, I've got loads of these ones and I absolutely love them, and I wear them pretty much a lot of the times that I go running. It's probably the one that I'd grab like immediately because it's easy to get on. It doesn't have a clasp at the back, it doesn't constrict at all around here, so you're not, you know, not being able to breathe at all. I think price again, it is probably worth whatever it costs because it will last a really long time. It fits really nicely, and also I think they do stuff that goes up to much bigger boob sizes, so definitely check them out and let me know what you think. All of the bras that I just chose are obviously high impact bras, perfect for running or, you know, squat jumps or like whatever you're doing in the gym. I think it's really easy to find low impact bras that are really nice, so that's why I haven't really mentioned them, but some of my favorite brands to find them from are Lululemon. They do amazing yoga bras, and Sweaty Betty. What else do I have? Basically just Lululemon and Sweaty Betty. If you're wondering about the flex fit bras, they're beautiful, they match the outfits, but they have no support whatsoever, so I can't really do anything in them other than look great. Wouldn't recommend if you're trying to work out in them, but if you just want to have a nice kind of matchy outfit, they are really good for that. Okay, so I'm going to show you some of my favorite shoes for working out in. Most of my shoes are running shoes, running specific, but some of them do also work in the gym. When I am doing a workout, for example Orange Theory, where you switch between the treadmills and the floor, I tend to take my shoes off because running shoes have a lot of padding in the heel quite often, and that means that you can't engage your posterior chain and your glutes as much as if you had totally flat shoes like Metcons, which are CrossFit shoes. So I try to take them off and then just put them back on for when I need to go on the treadmill. So let me show you the ones that I have. Yes, this is beautifully organised. These are all of my running shoes and some of my everyday shoes. I've pulled out some of my favourites. Here we have the Nike Zoom. This is a new pair that I've got, and I wear these for a mixture of running and gym wear as well, and also just walking around the place because they're some of the most comfy shoes I've ever worn. Next up we have my Tokyo Marathon shoes that still have the tag on because I haven't actually worn them since. I've got another pair of them in here. This is the Asics Nimbus 20, which is not the latest form of the Nimbus shoe. They have the 21 now as well, and I think they're getting the 22 soon. The 20 is most comfortable for me, and also these are well worn in and I do love them. Perfect for running, really supportive, quite chunky, quite heavy shoes, but Asics is kind of known for that and I quite like it. Another classic, these are the Adidas Ultra Boost. These are really old pairs, you can tell from the bottom. I wear these sort of for everyday wear as well as for running. I no longer wear them for running quite so much, but I can thoroughly recommend them for basically anything that you do. They have quite a thick sole, but they're less well supported than the Asics ones. Last but not least, for running shoes, these are the Asics Meta Rides. These are the ones that I went to Tokyo to promote, and at the time I thought, you know, that the sole is too hard. They've got quite a hard midfoot and forefoot, so after about 10 kilometers of running you can feel that's quite painful on your feet. But actually, having run in them more, I think they're getting better and better, and they also seem to correct my form, so I'm no longer heel striking. They, as you can see, they have a curved base which tends to push your foot forwards, and it's supposed to give you energy back on your running. I'm not sure if it does that, but I find them super comfortable, and I do tend to wear them for the vast majority of the running that I do. For everyday wear, I would recommend, this is from A6 Tiger, which is their like offshoot branch, which is everyday wear but with a kind of sporty style. They're just really beautiful and I wear them a lot. Also these from Cole Haan that are very funky, and I've worn these for a lot of shoots because they fit really nicely and they look beautiful. Unfortunately, they are much higher price point and quite costly, but they are perfect sort of from the office to the gym to your meetings to your coffee shop, like whatever it is. They are really ideal and they are beautiful. Quite hard to keep white though. So finally, for everyday wear, these, which are Air 270 Nikes. I get compliments on these every single time I wear them. I don't feel like I'm cool enough to wear them, but I do anyway because they're comfortable and they match a lot of different stuff. So those are they. Love them. Now just on to the last little bits of training equipment that kind of not everyone asks about, but there are some specific requests, like for trail running, for example, when you need a specific running bag or socks or whatever it is. Just gonna go over to the bed and show you what my favorites are, and you'll probably recognize them because I do wear them in pretty much every video or race or like long run that I do. Socks wise, there are only two types of socks that I'd recommend. Asics, I think, are great, and Stance socks. Stance socks, I mean, you will recognize these hopefully if you follow me on Instagram. I wear these for pretty much every single race that I do, and I pull them up over my leggings because otherwise I kick my ankles when I run and that's not ideal. But yeah, they do short ones as well. They do like trainer socks, they do all different types of socks, and whilst they are not cheap, they are fully worth it in my opinion. I absolutely love them, and all my hiking socks are from there as well. Really thoroughly recommend. This is my 5 litre running bag. This is my smaller one. I have two different running bags. I've got one that is 5 litres and one that's 7 litres. The 5 litre one is from Asics and the 7 litre one is from Columbia. And Columbia is great for trail running, anything basically, trail running and hiking and all that kind of stuff. And these are good for putting in your keys, your water, your plasters. I've got plasters in here always, etc, etc. Yeah, so thoroughly recommend that. Base layer here, this is from Columbia. Again, I wear this basically for every race and for long runs. Amazing at wicking away sweat and just super comfortable, really well fitting. Again, would recommend for hiking, trail running, long runs, short runs, any runs, going to the gym, etc, etc. This is Nike. This is a relatively new addition. I got it maybe at the end of last year. It is a zip neck, goes down about halfway and has thumb holes, and I love thumb holes. So yeah, perfect for those colder runs. So this would go above your base layer or your t-shirt, whereas this would go kind of, this is your base layer, so this would go at the bottom. So you might put this on top of this if it is especially cold. Last but not least, I wanted to show you my trail running shoes, which are thoroughly muddy because I've been trail running in them, surprise surprise. They are from Columbia. They are super duper muddy. These are the, what are they called? The Montrail. They're the equivalent of Gore-Tex for Columbia. They actually smell quite bad, so I'm gonna have to hose them down at some point. But yeah, so they basically are waterproof up to sort of the toe level. You can see where it's a bit darker. They're waterproof up to there. So I have done my longer trail runs in these. In fact, I do all of my trail runs in these. I have 2 pairs of them, one in blue, one in purple, and they are quite expensive. They're like maybe 150 quid, so they're more expensive than your average running shoe, but at the same time they've protected my ankles, they protected my feet. I've never got blisters in them, which is saying something because I once did a 23-kilometer trail run up a mountain in those shoes that was through rivers and mud and everything, and I didn't get a single blister, and that says something about how good the shoe is. They also do other trail running shoes, so do go and check them out, and they're ready to be raced right out of the box, so there's no breaking in as there is for quite a lot of other running shoes. Another excellent recommendation. I think that is it. If you have any other questions, I'll try and answer them in the comments below. I hope you found that useful. I will try and link what I can underneath so that it's a little bit easier for you to find them. I don't know if they do all of them still because some of these products are a little bit older and, you know, old season. I don't believe in buying new season stuff all the time. I hope you can find something similar that you also love. And if you have any recommendations of your own, do put them below because I think people will find that really useful. Thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, please do like and subscribe subscribe and head over to my Instagram channel to see what I'm getting up to. I'm training for something very exciting at the moment, which I did announce in the last video. It's a boxing match, I can say that now, and I am absolutely terrified. So go over to my Instagram to see how I'm training for that. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.